All right, so today we're going to talk about a system called HOOKD. Now, its creators are making some seriously bold claims. They say it's a totally new way to operate online, a tool that's not just designed to get attention, but to, well, literally capture it and not let go. So what's really going on here? Let's take a look.
So here's the wild idea at the heart of it. In a world where everyone's attention span is getting shorter and shorter, what if you could just flip that completely on its head? What if you could create something super quickly that people just can't stop using? That's the core question they're posing. To really get what HOOKD is promising, you first have to understand the problem it claims to solve. And you know this feeling, right? You create something, you put it out there online, and it's just gone in a flash. The source material calls this the 3-second rule. This idea that most of what we do online just disappears before it ever has a chance to make an impact. And this is where they draw a pretty clear line in the sand. On one side, you've got the old way, the grind we all know, endlessly chasing followers, posting constantly, maybe buying ads. But on the other side is the promise of HOOKD, a system where the traffic is supposedly just there, built in, and the thing you create just works for you, 24/7.
Okay, so what is this thing you're actually supposed to be creating? The people behind it are very, very clear about what it isn't. They say, look, this isn't AI as you know it. It's not a chatbot. It's not your typical website or sales funnel. They're calling it something totally new.
And here's the term they've coined for it, a digital entity. The sources define it as this living, interactive thing that people can connect with in an instant. But here's the key claim. Once they make that connection, the interaction becomes so compelling, almost instinctual, that they just keep coming back. And they do not pull any punches with their language to get this point across. I mean, the most striking description they use is this one right here. They literally say it's like a digital drug. That really tells you everything you need to know about the kind of intense, almost addictive quality they claim these things have. And here's another great way they put it. It's not just that people like interacting with it. The claim is that these digital entities have this inherent pull, almost like gravity, drawing users back over and over again, whether they plan to or not.
Okay, so that's the what. But what about the how? How does the system actually work? How do you go from creating one of these entities to getting it in front of millions of people?
Well, it all starts with this number right here, 20 million. This is the secret sauce behind their built-in traffic promise. The claim is you don't need to build an audience from scratch because the system gives you direct access to what they call a hidden system that already has over 20 million active users. And the process itself is laid out as being, well, almost ridiculously simple. Step 1, you create your entity, which they say takes just seconds. Step 2, you release it onto this massive network. And from there, it supposedly just takes on a life of its own, becoming a self-sustaining magnet for attention that works for you all day, every day.
So who's the target audience here? Who are they actually trying to sell this to? A review of the product kind of breaks it down into 3 main groups. First, total beginners with 0 experience. Second, anyone looking for a quick way to start earning online. And third, even experienced marketers who want a new source of traffic that doesn't involve paying for ads.
And of course, let's be real, the whole point of grabbing all this attention is to make money. But here's the twist. The creators claim you can actually profit from these entities without ever having to do any direct selling yourself.
One reviewer really boiled the whole philosophy down to this simple little formula. The addictive quality of the entity gets you attention. That attention turns into traffic, and then that traffic is converted directly into income. Simple as that. So how does the money actually flow to you? The sources point to 3 specific methods. First, the network itself has a system that pays you automatically for user activity. Second, you can take all that traffic and point it to affiliate offers. And third, of course, you can send all that attention to your own websites, your own products, whatever you've got.
Now, no big pitch is complete without a dose of urgency, right? The final piece of the puzzle here is all about uniqueness. It's the classic get in now before it's too late argument, positioning this as a ground floor opportunity.
And to build up that feeling of being an insider, they use this really dramatic language. They claim to have found a hidden layer of the internet and that they've figured out how to tap into it for profit before anybody else has even realized it's there. So, because you're supposedly operating in this secret, untouched space, they claim you get these 3 huge advantages. No competition from other marketers, no market saturation to worry about, and because of that, absolutely no ceiling on your potential results. It's the first mover advantage, pure and simple.
So, after laying it all out, we're left with this one big question. Is a system like HOOKD, with all its talk of digital entities and digital drugs, really a groundbreaking new paradigm for the internet? Or is it the next evolution of marketing, just wrapping up familiar ideas about engagement in a new, more powerful story? That's really the question to think about.